Hey everybody. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to code your DayZ server. So, your first step to everything you're doing, make your name, right? Pick your map after you pay for it. You're going to want to always come down here, turn this on, enamel cgf gameplay.json. Okay, that makes it so you can spawn in your custom cars and you loot in the cars and custom bases and all that stuff. Okay. Um, these are for player log, like logging players, um, like uh, base building. Like if a player places a wall, it'll tell you. If a player destroys something, it'll tell you. Like if a player is killed or animals killed or little stuff like that. This tells you where it tells you when and where they place something, and this will give you a player's position every 5 minutes. Um, this will stop the server if it freezes for more than 5 minutes. Um, server log, you want that because then you can go back into it and look at it previous days. So you want to keep that. Don't ever mess with this. This is time, how fast the server, how fast it gets dark, and this is how long it stays dark. Um, let's go over to your file browser now. Okay. Now for this, you're gonna want FileZilla, which looks like this, and you're gonna want Notepad++. They're pretty easy to get. You could just like go to go to Chrome here and just type Notepad++, Notepad, and it'll come up right here. Notepad++, and then FileZilla, FileZilla right here. You don't want that too, because that'll make your life 100 times easier when someone, like if somebody gives you a file, you can use FileZilla. FileZilla will make it 100 times easier. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Okay, first thing we're ever gonna do for your cars, well, like per se, you want your trucks to spawn with all the build supplies, like most people do. Want their trucks to spawn with build supplies in them. So the first thing for your trucks that you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go to your types file, which is in your DB file. Okay. Actually, I'll start. I'll go all the way back to the. I'll go home. Okay. So you can see DayZ Xbox missions is what you're gonna want to go to. And then it's either going to be Chinaris plus Livonia or Enoch. Now, mind you, if you're on PlayStation, making a PlayStation server, this will say DayZ PS, I think, missions. Okay, you're going to click your offline Chinaris. Now you're in here. Okay, this is all your files you got. These are your gas zones right here. Player spawn points. Your spawnable types for like your what loot spawns in other loot and what spawns in cars and stuff. We'll get to that file here shortly. Um, but here we go. We're gonna go to DB. Now most people think that this file here is their main file for the cars. It's not. Um, to spawn them maybe, but to spawn in truck stuff for like your trucks, you're gonna want to control A to copy it all. I'm going to select it all. Control C to copy it all. And then you're going to go to your Notepad++. Okay. You're going to go, I'm just going to delete this one. And place this one. Okay. Now we're in here. Now with Notepad++, you can go Control Alt I, and then boom, you'll have this little screen that pops up underneath, and then you could just search whatever you need, like uh wood. No, not wood. Log. We'll do a log. Okay. Wooden log, right? For instance, wooden log. When you get this, this will say like um it'll probably be 0 if I'm not mistaken. Um, but you're not worried about this or any of this. Okay, you're not worried about any of that. This right here, the quant min and max is what you're worried about. So make that 100. Same thing with your wooden planks. Make them 100. Quant min, quant max for both. Same with your metal. Your metal. Metal plate. So I have mine at 100. Okay. That's what you're gonna want to do. Now there's a tool that you could use to actually edit this easier. Um, it's called, it's a beautiful tool, and I'm actually very thankful for um, DayZ standalone tools. Um, you guys should go check them out. They're actually pretty good. So you got this now. You're looking at this menu. This is DayZ standalone tools. He's got a whole video on how to use it. Um, I'd go check it out. If I don't walk you through most of it, then this video will help you um, get through it easier. Um, I already know how to use it, so we're gonna upload one. Okay. So you can either drag and drop from like your file, from like I'll drag and drop let's drag and drop an old one. Okay. Or you could upload it or whatever you need to. Okay, guys. So this is the tool. Okay. So you could go like, let's say with the logs, for instance, you'll type in log in here and it'll give you it right here. A normal one, it'll say 0, right? So like, let's say I want to change it. Boom, boom. You just put your 100, your 100, and then you click um apply. Well, it's probably not gonna work. Hold on, because it's already at 100. Let's make them 0. See if that works. I guess not. Why is it not? Um, it might be a little buggy. Hold on. I'll refresh this. No, if we refresh it, we'll lose our file here. Oh, yeah, that's why. Don't forget to click it before you do it. Always click the item that you're doing. And then you can do, like, watch it. And see how it's at 100 right now? I'll click apply, it'll make it 0, right? So you could either do it in Notepad++, or you can do it in here. Sometimes in here is easier, but then you can go plank, same thing, but make sure you unclick this, and then you find your plank, and boom, your metal, metal, boom, 100, make them all 100, okay? Now, after that tool, you'll have, after you do all that, your trucks should spawn in with metal after you do this next step. The next step, okay, for your cars and trucks, remember I said we'd be back to here. eventually. Okay. If we scroll down, no, actually we'll do just like we did with the other file. This one you can't, there's no app to do it with. So you'll go Control A, Control C. We'll copy that. We'll bring that over here. We'll start a new one. Okay, we're gonna do Control V. And same thing like we did before here. So our trucks now. Okay. If anybody ever wants this file, um, you can get a hold of me on Discord. Um, here's my Discord link. Um, invite to server. We're gonna exit that out. Okay. We're going to make this bigger real quick, and I'm gonna put it right in here on the screen. Control V. Here's the Discord join code. It probably changes every time, but it'll still work. Okay. Um, if you just message me on there or my username on Discord, I could give you that too, real quick. Um, right here. No, I don't want an NPC companion. I don't know why it says I. That's not right here. That's my Xbox username. Um, and then if you just type that I'm taking 420 into Discord, in the friends thing, um, right. I don't know why it's doing that to me. Um, right here. See, I'm taking 420, right? You type that into add friend, type it in here, and you'll be able to find me. Make sure it's all lowercase. I'm taking 420 all lowercase. Okay? Because I can give you these files that I have, or you can make your own. It's up to you. Okay? So, like my file has all the unnecessary shit taken out. My zombies spawn with um, candy canes and NBC vest. Um, like these are like the military belt, for instance, will spawn with a plate carrier holster, a hunting knife, a nylon sheath, and a canteen. See? So for your cars and trucks, back to the cars and trucks, okay? Um, if I can get to them, start from the bottom. So for um, the trucks, everything down to your wooden crate. So if you look how I have this, um, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Apparently not. Okay. Um, so your tires, wheels, hood, and doors will all be an attachment. So will your wooden log, wooden plank, metal, and your barrels and your crates will all be attachments. Okay. Now the stuff that will be in the back of the truck, like in the storage space, would be it would start you go from attachments to cargo, right? And then this is all your stuff that you're putting in there, like your metal planks. I mean, not your metal planks, your metal wire, your bob wire, all that good stuff, your camo nets, your wheat stones, your rope, your spotlight, all that is cargo. The other things are attachments, okay? A lot of people get mixed up and they make these cargo and then they don't spawn. It won't spawn in the truck. So you got to make sure you do that. And after you do all your car stuff, like my car spawned with a filtering bottle, M4, and some M4 mags, and the butt stock and the handguard. Okay, so that's how you do your cars. Okay, if you ever need this file, anybody, just don't be afraid to get a hold of me on Discord. Um, I'll gladly give it to you. Um, like a lot of my guns, like my AUG will spawn with everything. Okay, so now we're gonna minimize this. Boop. Okay. After you complete it in here, after you edit it and you're done, I always recommend, not even recommend, I strongly suggest you do your XML validator tool. You do. Oh no, that's not the what I wanted. My PC screen is turned off on me. Okay. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna copy and paste all this real quick. Control A, Control C, just to show you what it'll do. Okay. Control V, right? It's a valid JSON. See, it's valid. But if let's say you make a mistake, right? And you miss a comma, okay? It'll tell you what line it's broke. You see what I'm saying? It tells you what line. So, like, let's say I didn't know what line. Let's say I randomly didn't know, okay? Line 4247. Right here, right? You go up 4247. I can see I'm missing an apostrophe. You click it, shift, apostrophe. There you go, it's fixed. That's how you validate anything like that, okay? And then if you want the gas zones turned off, that's all in here. Um, Affected areas. It'll all be in here. It'll all be in here, my friends. Um, Actually, I think I have mine on. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember if I turned them back on or not. But here's your gas zones. This is your player spawn points. This one. Your player spawn point file should kind of look like that. Um, if you don't like how I have it, you can make your own spawn bubbles or whatever you want. But this is the best way I've found how to do it. Um, Works pretty good. Um, like I got green. I think Electro, Green Mountain, Black Lake, and another one. But that's the easiest I've found how to do it with these ones. Um, I can also give templates for this if anybody needs it. Um, that's your player spawn points. Um, the economy core is, if you don't know what you're doing in here, I wouldn't mess around in here. But um, this is your economy core. So I can make boats act differently. I can make things act differently in here, but you don't want to do that, okay? Because you don't know what you're doing here. So we're gonna back it up here. Um, this is your weather file. Um, I got mine. Got lightning every once in a while, rain. Um, so your events, like if you want to make a custom car spawn for somebody, um, that'll be in here. You go to your events, and I have a few already made, so I can show you. Um, we'll scroll down here a little bit. Okay, here. Now, sometimes it's kind of iffy. It'll fight with you, so you'll have to work with it every once in a while. So I have two Humvee spawns that spawn. Um, so only thing that really matters for like the vehicle wise to get it to spawn is the child. The name of the vehicle right here, like vehicle off-road. This it has to be the exact same name. Like, cause here's the original vehicle off-road name, right? This is the original. This is the original spawn for everything. These are my two made ones. Um, see how it says type off-road to da da da. So this tells it what to spawn. Okay, this tells what to spawn. How many? I apologize. Tells you 10 will normally spawn on the map. 5 minimum and 5 max. So it'll only spawn 5 max after this 10 is gone. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So then after you do that for your custom car spawn, you go over here to DayZ Xbox Plus, and you go to your event groups. No, not event groups. It's event spawns. My apologies. Event spawns. Now this is where you put your coordinates in for um your custom car spawn. Okay. Let me find it here. Right here. Here they are. See, wasn't lying. Vehicle off-road 223. This is the spawn point where it's gonna spawn. So that other file tells it what to spawn. This one tells it where to spawn it. Okay. A lot of files on Nitrado and DayZ correspond with each other. Um, see, these are the regular Humvee spawns right here. These are all the default ones. Um, I have two separate ones in there. Like I've had people ask me, why do I have two separate events? Why don't I just make it one? Um, so each event um spawns differently. Like this one spawns at somebody's base, but I have more on there than I do this one. You know what I mean? Because this guy has been uh known of hoarding them because they don't despawn when the server resets, so he'll hoard them. Um, so I have them turned down quite a bit. Um, you could do custom truck spawns in here too. Um, here's your trucks. Uh, boats, you can do custom boat spawns in here with the events. Um, the events also is responsible for your static contamination areas, um, your static bonfires. I recommend if you do have these in your server when you first buy it, take them right out because they cause lag and they cause lag like crazy. Same with the Christmas trees. I take those out. Those are in the event. You just go to the event file I just showed you. You go in there and you make it 0 for the nominal on each on static Christmas tree and static bonfire, and that'll help your server quite a bit. Um, and I don't recommend, like, if you go into your types file and you think you're gonna spawn 50 M16s and all this stuff, that's not how it's gonna work for you. That'll break your server. I'd go in and put 10 or 20 of each, like, of each selected gun, so it doesn't lag your server out. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of coding your DayZ server. Um, your car, when you go to wipe your cars, um, I'll show you this real quick. If you go to your economy, it's right here. This is what you use to wipe your cars. That's for your cars. You put 0 in each one of these. You save it, reset the server, come back in here, and you make these all one again. Put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Reset, save changes, reset the server, all your cars will spawn back in. Okay. Now for stuff that players have placed on the map, like let's say you want to wipe the server without doing a hard wipe, like deleting without wiping your cars or your players where your players are, you know? You come in here and you go to dynamic and you do the same thing you would do for the cars. You would do that. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, save, reset, come back, 0, save, reset. And it's back to what nobody's build stuff will be on there anymore. It'll delete all the built any player built stuff will despawn. Okay. Now let's say, for instance, okay, you have somebody helping you code your server, right? And they decide that they're gonna rip you off or um, they get mad at you for some reason and they decide they're gonna delete your server files. I'm gonna teach you how to get them back. Okay, one simple step. Okay, so you see right here, exact date and time. So if you click like, I want to restore my server back to December 11th, right? 2025 at 1:38:15. I just click restore, right? And it'll reset the server and it'll bring the server back to that what was going on at that time on that day. It'll restore it back to the how it was. So he could go in there and delete your files, but you got the file saved right here on your already on your DayZ missions. So that'll save you if you ever have something happen like that. Or let's say you break your server and you know what I mean? You can go back and you can go back the day before, the day after, or whatever, and fix it. But that's how you do that. Now your automatic tasks, real quick. This is what makes your server reset. Okay, if you want it every hour, put every 4 hours at the 30th minute every day. Boom, and then you click add. I already have one there, but I have mine resetting every 2 hours. Right. So there you go. That does it. That makes it so you could run your DayZ server. And remember, oh, I didn't show you this one. Okay, for your customs, real quick. Customs, that's all in CGF gameplay. Um, player spawn loot for your starter spawn loot. When players spawn in, they can have loot. It's right here. You just put slash custom and then the name of your file that's in your custom file. And right here, here's your object spawner, so you can spawn in bases and stuff. Um, Yeah, you just all if you're putting it in there, just put cut when you first start, it'll look like oh my goodness, scroll down. It'll look like this. It'll just have two of these on it. It'll just look like here, I'll do it real quick so you can see it. Got a lot of stuff in my server. That's gonna take forever. But it'll have one like that and then one like that in there, right? And you just drop your custom right in there, in between the two quotations. So you'll put custom slash the name of your thing dot JSON, comma, and then you'll put one of these, pretty sure. Nope, you don't have to. Don't put a comma. Just put it just like that, how it ends. Boom. And then it'll spawn in. But that's the gist. There's how you spawn in all the items in a DayZ server.